10 Most Awesome Places to Visit in South Africa. Number 1. Maclear's Beacon. Embark on an unforgettable adventure as you ascend towards the summit of Table Mountain to reach Maclear's Beacon. This exhilarating hike promises panoramic vistas of Cape Town's stunning landscape. The Platteklip Gorge route, renowned for its scenic beauty and challenging terrain, is the preferred path for most hikers. The hike typically takes around 2 to 3 hours, offering ample opportunities to soak in breathtaking views of the city and the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. Maclear's Beacon holds immense historical significance, proudly representing South Africa's scientific prowess. It is named after Sir Thomas Maclear, a distinguished Scottish astronomer and Her Majesty's astronomer at the Cape of Good Hope during the 19th century. Maclear made invaluable contributions to astronomy and geodesy, playing a pivotal role in the geodetic survey to determine Earth's circumference. Today, Maclear's Beacon serves as an enduring symbol of scientific curiosity and exploration. It captivates visitors from around the world, offering a window into the rich scientific heritage of South Africa. Number 2. Upside Down House. Wildlife, breathtaking sceneries, globally acclaimed cities and an undying history define Nelson Mandela's land. Shockingly though, the Upside Down House in South Africa comes up as a major historical attraction besides two. It's exactly what it sounds like, a house constructed with the ground floor on top. Everything that usually sits on the ground inside the house suspends from the ceiling. The mind simply cannot wrap itself around what is happening, making the experience all the more incredible. The Upside Down House in South Africa is in Hartbeespoort, Northwest Province. Hartbeespoort is 47 miles north of the capital, Johannesburg. The house is something of a tourist attraction. It draws in both locals and visitors who want to snap photos of themselves beneath the wobbly roof, or inside the rooms where the beds, couches, and other pieces of furniture are suspended from the ceiling. The Upside Down House in South Africa has a typical layout of a normal house. It features a bathroom, kitchen, living room, bedroom, and playroom for the kids, but everything is put backwards. The ceiling is covered with wood, and there are cabinets, seats, and even a toilet suspended from the rafters. Number 3. The Hartbeespoort Aerial Cableway Experience. There is a childlike excitement about cable car rides that is hard to beat. Perhaps it is because it is akin to flying, as you soar through the air at altitudes where you can still see the ground below you. We enjoy riding on cable cars, whenever they're available, even on our international trips. The Harties Cableway had been on our local bucket list for a long while and we finally got the opportunity to ride it on our recent trip to the Hartbeespoort area. One of the most popular things to do in the area, the Hartbeespoort Aerial Cableway is the longest mono-cableway in South Africa. It will take you to the top of the ancient Magaliesberg Mountains, a World Biosphere Reserve, from where you can enjoy views of the Hartbeespoort Dam, Magaliesberg, and the surrounding area. The Hartbeespoort Aerial Cableway was first constructed in 1975. Over the next few decades, thousands of visitors from around the world were treated to cable car rides with panoramic views. Eventually the cableway fell into disrepair and it was closed in 2005. It was reopened in 2012 after a huge revamp using modern technology and materials. The cableway now consists of 14 high-tech Swiss cable cars, offering 360-degree views while traveling along a 1.2 kilometers cableway and carrying a maximum of 6 passengers each. Number 4. Robben Island. Robben Island is most famous as the place where Nelson Mandela, the first democratically elected president of South Africa, was imprisoned for 18 of his 27 years in jail. The island has since become a symbol of the triumph of democracy and freedom over oppression. Lying 11 kilometers offshore from Cape Town, the small, windswept island is now home to the world-renowned Robben Island Museum, a highlight of any visit to South Africa. Robben Island was not always a prison, nor was it originally cut off from the Cape Peninsula. Thousands of years ago it was an inhabited area connected by a spit of land to the Cape mainland. It was first made a jail by Dutch colonists at the Cape who, from their arrival in the mid-1600s, incarcerated opponents of colonial rule there, including African and Muslim leaders. Robben Island later became infamous as a maximum security prison for anti-apartheid activists, including Nelson Mandela. From the mid-1960s the prison held many leaders of the African National Congress, ANC, including Walter Sisulu, Govan Mbeki and Ahmed Kathrada, as well as Robert Sobukwe, the founder of the Pan-Africanist Congress. Number 5. The Kruger National Park. The Kruger National Park is one of the largest game reserves in Africa, covering an area of just under 20,000 square kilometers, 7,500 sq/miles. It is about the size of Israel, slightly smaller than Belgium and about the third of the size of Ireland. The park is wedged between the provinces of Limpopo and Mpumalanga in the northeastern region of South Africa, with Mozambique on its eastern border and Zimbabwe on its northern border. The Kruger National Park is 350 kilometers long and 60 kilometers wide. The park was proclaimed a no hunting zone by the Transvaal Republic government in 1898 and proclaimed a national park in 1926. It recently celebrated its 100th anniversary, making it the oldest park in Africa. The Kruger National Park has over 2,000 plant species, including over 330 plant species. The park is home to the Big Five: lion, rhino, buffalo, elephant and leopard, and 500 bird species. The Kruger National Park has suffered terribly from crippling drought on a number of occasions. The driest period recorded was between 1980 and 1997, with the worst year being 1993. The ongoing drought in 2016 led to the culling of hippos by park management that caused a public furor. Number 6. The Moralita Kloof Nature Reserve. The Moralita Kloof Nature Reserve in eastern Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa, was part of the farm Garsfontein, which was acquired by Jacobus Cornelius Rademeyer in 1859. Jacobus Rademeyer operated Garsfontein as a dairy farm and Karel Erasmus, his brother-in-law, purchased the farm from him in 1877 and built a house there. The house was later converted into a chapel which is still in use. The reserve is managed by the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality and admission is free. The reserve covers 100 hectares. Many species of birds have been seen here, as well as mammals such as springbok, blesbok, impala, and zebras. The reserve has several hiking trails, a restaurant, and a gazebo for weddings. Number 7. The Little Paris. Located in Hartbeespoort, on the R511, which is about 30 minutes from Pretoria Central, this location is something you would definitely want to check out. Best known for the cute Eiffel Tower replica as well as the Love Lock Bridge, this is a well-known romantic setting. So, the whole setup is something that resembles the setting of Paris itself. Here you can expect a cute gift shop, a deli, boutique as well as the well-known French Toast Coffee Cafe. This was also a new find for me, as I initially thought that the area only had a cafe. Number 8. God's Window. God's Window is so called for the panoramic view of the Lowveld more than 900 m down into lush indigenous forest-clad ravine. The majestic cliffs plunge over 700 meters to the Lowveld and the private game reserves which have made the area one of South Africa's main wildlife destinations. God's Window is a small part of a 250 kilometers long earthwork of sheer cliffs and extravagant beauty. One can observe the hills and forests as far as the eye can see. In fact, it seems as if one can see forever. Viewing sites are provided along the length of the spectacular Blyde River Canyon including God's Window, and there are numerous fantastic walks, hiking, horse and mountain bike trails. From the parking area a very steep stepped footpath along the edge of the escarpment leads to the actual viewpoints. For the best lookout points and exotic forest plants, steer away from the crowds and hike up into the clouds and the misty rainforest. Make sure you take a few refreshments along as it is very humid and an extremely steep and strenuous walk. God's Window and Graaskop are perfect en route stopping points for those visiting the Kruger National Park. Number 9. The Apartheid Museum. The Apartheid Museum opened in 2001 and is acknowledged as the preeminent museum in the world dealing with 20th century South Africa, at the heart of which is the apartheid story. Number 10. The Blyde River Canyon. The Blyde River Canyon is a 26 kilometers long canyon located in Mpumalanga, South Africa. It is the third largest canyon on Earth, behind the Grand Canyon and the Fish River Canyon. Unlike the Grand and Fish River Canyon, the Blyde River Canyon is a green canyon, which is dominated by subtropical vegetation. The Blyde River Canyon passes a rock formation known as the Three Rondavels. So named as the formation resembles three African-style houses or rondavels. This canyon is part of the Panorama Route. This route starts at the town Grasskop and includes Dodd's Window, the Pinnacle and Burke's Luck potholes. Located beneath the distinctive, towering peaks of the famous Three Rondavels and with views of Mariepskop, the highest summit in the Drakensberg Escarpment Range, the Blythe Dam is fringed by these soaring mountains and thick montane forests. This is home to a range of wildlife species such as kudu and duiker, as well as leopard and other small carnivores. The dam itself is home to hippo and crocodiles, which you may be lucky enough to spot on the leisurely 90-minute cruises that depart each morning and afternoon. The Blythe Canyon is also home to the Kadishi Tufa waterfall, with a height of 200 meters or 60 feet. It is the second largest active tufa waterfall in the world. Also known as the weeping face of nature, as it can have that impression due to its shape. Subscribe for more videos.